Hey everybody, it's Deanna with toolsofenergyprotection.com, your energy shift expert, where I teach highly sensitive people and empathic people how to shield and protect their energy in an easy, effortless manner and live a life full of joy and peace. So welcome and thank you so much for joining me tonight. If it's your first time, I usually repeat every 6 weeks the different topics. And so this is the first time that I've talked about what's blocking your energy field, what's blocking your abundance. And so we've got a lot of things to cover, and I would ask that you would please stick close as we cover each and every one. Hi Judy, hi Anna, thank you so much for joining. If you want to share the video with someone else, that would be great. So my question tonight was, what's blocking your abundant healing in your life, finances, and relationships? Hi Renee. Hi Judy. And so what I'd like to talk to you about is energy. Energy is all around us. That's what we're made out of. Everything in this universe is energy comprised of zeros and ones. But hi Ed, welcome. But what I'm talking about is what blocks your abundant healing in your life. So our lives were meant to be whole, and God's Spirit or Source tells us that He wants us to be abundant and happy and joyful. So if that's not happening in your life, something's blocking it, and usually that something is up here. And it's a matter of getting it out and finding out what it is, working through it, or releasing it. Hi Jamie. So I wanted to show you what that looked like. So I brought with me tonight a model to show you what it looks like when energy gets stuck in your energy field. So your mind is a huge organ, and it controls your thoughts. It actually controls some of your feelings and your emotions. So it's your heart and your mind together that work on your feelings and your emotions. And so in my work, I help people to clear their energy fields. So if you're stuck in an unhappy marriage, you don't know how to get out, your finances are just not working for you, or your life or even your physical health is not working, that's because something has come out of here, and it's gotten stuck in your energy field. And so you're just feeding on yourself over and over and over and over, and it's just repeating itself. And so by clearing those things, you get a jump start. So people work with me, they say they feel lighter, they feel more uplifted, and it's because I've gone into their energy field through the power of spirit and removed that stuff out of their energy field. And so they feel better and lighter. So then the next step is to get a hold of here and here, which is the transformational coaching part of my job. But I want to show you what that looks like. So if you're blocked, I'm going to show you first, then we're going to do a little exercise to release your own energy that may be blocking you, to see how that feels for you. All right, so this is my beautiful little assistant. He's agreed to come on and be our model. So what happens is, if you imagine this is you, hi Linda, if you imagine this teddy bear is you, and you have a thought, feeling, or emotion coming out from you. Here's your heart, and this is actually a stone, but it's about analogous to what an energy looks like when it comes out. It looks like a little disc. Hi Lisa. And so this energy in your heart, this is where your emotions are. Let's say you have a feeling of lack. You know, in your life you learned that you weren't good enough to have anything, and that you had to live in lack mentality. Well, that energy is in your heart. It's usually based in the inner child. And that energy will float out from you into your energy field. And if this was a magnet, the universe then will be attracted to that energy. Like attracts like. And so it will come back and reflect to you as lack. It will be lack of health, lack of a healthy, loving relationship, lack of finances. And that all has to stem from what you carry in your heart. It is not because God, Spirit, or Source is punishing you or keeping you from your desired outcome. It has to do with this and this, okay? So our lovely little assistant, you know, here he is, and perhaps he feels like he's being held back from having all the money that he needs. Well, that little feeling of lack goes out, and it builds upon itself, and it builds upon itself in your old energy field until it becomes so strong that it begins to draw experiences like that, which only reinforce what you had in the first place. And you're like, well, see, that's just how it happens. Things always go bad for me. Things are always negative for me, you know, and so it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. So to illustrate that, if you imagine these are little magnets, right? You can get them down at For Heaven's Sakes Books in Denver. If you come see me, they're fairly inexpensive in different shapes. But, you know, what I discovered in my life was I had low self-esteem. And in that low self-esteem, I figured I deserved whatever I got. But I also didn't make any moves forward to receive anything differently. Again, it's that self-fulfilling prophecy. So what I would do is I would clear the self-esteem energy out of my own energy field, the blocks to self-esteem. But this one didn't come out because it's something that I had to work on in my own consciousness, to accept that I was a divine, beautiful spirit child of God, to accept that I had talents and gifts, to accept that I was valuable to the world, to others, to myself. And until I accepted that, even though on the outside I was smiling, then all of a sudden, poof, here comes something that would reinforce that low self-esteem. Like maybe I didn't get the 15th client that I was trying to work with, and I couldn't make my bills that month. So that made me feel bad, and that energy would recycle back in me and be, oh no, I can't do this. You know, God, why aren't you blessing me? What's happening? And then poof, another one would jump on the end, because like attracts like. And I would have more of that in my energy field. And after a while, it gets more and more and more, and I've had enough. It would just build up. Because the magnetics, like attracts like. It's simple physics, simple science, you know? So how do we get rid of those? It starts by understanding where those are stuck in your energy field. Where are they? What part of you was told you weren't worth anything? Who's the first person in your life that told you you weren't worth poop? And you believed them. Maybe you were a kid, you didn't know any better. So here comes the simple exercise. So everybody that's watching now, or perhaps later on the recording, I'd like for you, if you can, to sit in your seat with your feet flat on the floor. Put the palms of your hands on your thighs, if you can. If you're holding your phone, just put one hand on one thigh. Take a nice deep breath and release the breath. Once again, breathing in and out. And I would like for you to say to yourself, where do I have that energy? Where did it come from? And you may go back to a time in your childhood when you were told that you would never be well if you were sickly. You may have had a time where you saw your parents having a bad marriage and you learned, I'll never have a good relationship, right? Transference by inference. And perhaps it's you grew up poor, so that's all you knew was that energy vibration. So once you have that focus, whatever it is, then you ask God, Spirit, or Source to clear that energy for you across all time, space, dimensions, and realities. And know that it's being done. Sometimes You'll feel a brush on your skin, tingling sensation, goose pimples, and know that it is being done. And you're being blessed and upheld and uplifted. It's really that simple. And you can do it every single day. If you suffer, from depression or a physical ailment, you may have to use some things to support the physical body as well. Remember, we have a physical and a spiritual body. So one and the other, they're the same, and you must support them both. If you're having challenges or trouble with that, or you don't know where it's coming from, then I invite you to reach out to me so we can talk about it. So if you're live and you'd like to have a consultation, with me privately, then put down here in the comments, or feel free to private message me on this Facebook page saying, I'd like to get a free consultation. And we'll talk about what's bothering you, and we'll talk about what is the magnetic field that you have that's drawing more negative energy to you, so that you can experience greater health, so you can experience greater finances, so you can experience greater love. Because it is an energy that you've stored inside of you through experience or things that you've been told, and you're holding that inside of you, and you've got to get it out. Because once you get it out, there's nothing to magnet negativity towards you, and you can live a happier, healthier life. And the consult is free. My gift to you. If you choose not to clear out your energy field and choose not to find out what's in there, what's causing your health to be blocked, your finances to be blocked, your relationships to be blocked, then where will you be a year from now? Still miserable? Still wondering what the heck is going on? Why do I keep dating the same kind of person over and over and over? Why do I still struggle with my finances? I'm not any better off last year than I am this year, but yet I tried to pay my credit cards down, or I tried to save money, or I tried not to spend as much, but I'm still bad off. There is a magic genie that lives inside of you. And that magic genie will draw to it whatever is inside the bottle. This is the bottle, and this is the bottle. So in a free consult, we'll look and see what's bothering you. What problems do you have in your life? What's bothering you the most? What theme keeps repeating? And then we'll talk about how to get rid of that, how to free yourself from that as easily and effortlessly as possible. Let's see. Hi, Susan. Hi, Colleen. Good to see you. And that's what I wanted to talk about. Does anybody have any questions tonight? I know we have kind of a light crowd tonight, and that's okay. It gives more room for asking questions. But again, if you're wanting to know what's blocking the abundant healing in your life, it's the energy that's being stored in your own energy field that you've picked up somewhere along the way and you haven't released. And more than likely, you can't see it. It's going around like this. You can't see what's right in front of you. And so when one of the biggest consultations I've been doing lately is because Mother's Day was just recently, last weekend. There's quite a bit of anxiety that's going on about Mother's Day. Now, granted, some people have lost their mothers to death, and so they were grieving them. But others of us have relationships where they were not very healthy with our mothers. And we've either severed ties with them, or we don't speak to them as much because we're trying to establish ourselves as people. And we have some owies on the inside that we're working on. And so those people, if you have mother issues, then also reach out to me and let me know, because I'm considering starting a new program. And those of you that have worked with me before know that when I have a new program coming out, I'll take a beta audience and work with them and do a test and see how they like it or don't like it, and then make adjustments before it goes public. Renee says, can you give me more details about the free consult? Yes. So what happens is you'll contact me, either private message me on Facebook, if you just put in the message down below here, or if you're on YouTube that you want me to contact you, then I'll go ahead and do it through Messenger on Facebook, or you can message me if you like. And what happens is I'm going to talk to you, Renee, and anyone else who joins me, about what's currently going on in your life. What themes do you see happening over and over in your life? What are you experiencing that you don't want to experience? And what's being blocked for you? Your health, your wealth, or your romance? Where are you feeling stuck? And then I'm going to find out where the energy is stuck in your energy field, and I'm going to name that energy and help you to understand how to move forward through subtle changes to let that energy go out of your energy field and build something new that you like. Because I will tell you something, the universe does not like vacuum at all, okay? So I attempted at one time to take little pieces of low, self-esteem, which just fell on my floor, to take the low self-esteem out of my life. Hang on a second. Okay, the low self-esteem. Anyways, so bit by bit, I did what I could to clear the energy out of my energy field. That requires no effort on your part. That's what I do. So it's like going in and having your hair washed. No effort, you just show up. But I kept removing the negative energy out of my energy field to clear issues of low self-esteem. What I didn't do was replace it with things to build my self-esteem. That's part of what we talk about in the consults, how to do that. And so the universe doesn't like vacuum. So everything I took out left this vacant field, and there was nothing left in there. So my energy field said, oops, we're going to fill it with what went out last, and back would come this low self-esteem. So that's what's in the consult. I hope that gives you some awareness. We're going to talk about things, see what we can turn around for you, and help you to get some footing going forward so that you can move more easily and effortlessly without those blocks. All right. Let's see. Okay, good. So I have somebody who says they'd like a consult. So what I'll do, if you're on Facebook and you've requested that, so I'll click on your name here probably tomorrow morning, and then I will send you some information on how to get a hold of me, and we'll schedule a time to get together and talk. And okay, great, Colleen. I'm glad you're on board with that. So are there any other questions? I know it's going to be a really kind of a short one tonight, but I will show you one more time. So my lovely assistant, Bear, here. Say hello, Bear. And what happens is we hold an energy in our heart, some kind of a hurt somewhere in our, let's see, I've got a list of them here. People have been talking to me lately about why do you keep putting off a task? If you have a task you want to do, how come you keep putting it off and you can't accomplish it? Because that will block your abundance if you don't complete a task. If you're not confident in your current financial situation and you feel powerless to change it, I get that one quite a bit. Generally, that has to do with self-value. One gal talked to me and she said that when she was little, her mom received child support for her, and there was a certain dollar amount that was received every month, and her mom was quite open about what she received in child support, and so she took it into her heart, and she also took it into her mind that she was only worth that dollar amount every month. And so that has blocked her from being able to go forward until she recognized it. And that's part of my job, is to help you understand what's stuck here and what's stuck here. Now, she did it on her own, and I'm just so very proud of her. But if you can't figure out what's stuck, then what happens is your energy in motion puts it out in the energy field, and it attracts more of the same, and that's where it goes through you again and again, and you feel stuck. So what I told one of my clients the other day is it's like me taking a broom handle and putting it in the spoke of a tire that's going around. It's going to go thump, right? So the energy clearing does that. It's not as abrasive, but it gets the wheel to stop, and it gives you long enough to take a breath so that you can move forward. And that's why the transformational coaching comes in, that I do to help you in incremental steps to do that. Okay, and then let's see. What else did somebody ask me? Okay, and removing blocks towards love. And that's what I'm, again, going to ask if anybody has really a lot of challenges in love and they keep having the same relationship over and over again and it's not working for them and they keep getting the same personality type. Go ahead and private message me and let me know that you're having that issue, because again, I'm going to be running a beta group soon, which just means that I've come up with some information to help people move forward that have that kind of an issue. I'll usually choose a small group of about 5 people and allow them to go through my beta program and test it and give me feedback, and then I will make it public. All right, doesn't look like I have any more questions tonight. Next week, let's see, next week, good, I'm glad that makes sense to you. Let me pull up my schedule. I believe next week I'm going to be talking about, get my calendar here, sorry. I had a big day today, lots on my plate. Let's see. Can't believe that it is the 16th already. Okay, so looks like, okay, so the subject for next week is going to be spirit guides. So next week on Terrific Tuesday, I will talk to people about their spirit guides, what they might look like, how they might guide you, and how they interact in your life. So if you know somebody who wants to know more about spirit guides, please let them know that we'll be back here 7:30 p.m. Mountain Time right here on the same channel. If you're catching me later on YouTube, go ahead and click the link down below to get you to Facebook and my webpage, and I'll be glad to help you. Also, this is May, as you know, and Memorial Day is coming up, and so I will be down at the For Heaven's Sakes bookstore on Thursday in Denver. If anyone would like to set a time to get together and do an energy clearing straight out, that would be fabulous. And I wish you a happy and wonderful Memorial Day early. And also, if you go over to toolsofenergyprotection.com, I will be putting up a blog later today about the energy shifts and what's happening on our planet and why people are feeling off and the strife that's going on in the world. So thank you so much for joining me. I just couldn't do it without each and every one of you. Big hugs, big kisses, and give me a thumbs up to let me know you like tonight's subject, and I'll bring it around again in another 6 weeks. If not, I'll try a new topic. So have a great and wonderful night. Again, private message me and let me know if you'd like to have a consult, and I will, oh good, yay! And I will contact you probably tomorrow because it's late tonight and I need to get my little girl to bed. And then we will set up a one-to-one time. Thank you. Oh, all the hearts and hugs. Thank you so much. I really, truly love my job and what I do. So have a great and wonderful night. Big hug, big kisses. Stay safe. Stay hydrated. Drink plenty of water. It's summertime and the heat's coming on. So we'll talk to you later.